right, so for page 37, you're going to title it Synthetic Division. Synthetic division is a shorter method of dividing polynomials. This method can be used only when the divisor is of the form x minus a. So, for example, in the little piece of paper that you have cut out there, it has an example. We're going to divide a polynomial x cubed minus 2x squared minus 8x minus 35. We're going to divide it by x minus 5. We certainly could use long division for this. It's going to work, and you'll end up with the same answer. But the way synthetic division works is that we take whatever would make this parentheses 0, and we would put it on the outside of a box. So in this case, x minus 5 set equal to 0 would make it 5 to make that going to be a 0 there for x. So the other numbers to the right of that are going to be the coefficients of your polynomial. So in this case, 1, negative 2, negative 8, and negative 35. You always bring the first number down for synthetic division, so this first number will always come down immediately. And then every other number that comes down will be multiplied. So for example, 5 times 1 would be multiplied, and then it would actually go under the next coefficient, in this case negative 2. You're going to add those two together and you'll get 3. We'll multiply by 5 again. 3 times 5 is 15 and goes underneath the negative 8. And then we're going to add negative 8 plus 15 to get 7. And one last time we're going to multiply 5 by 7 to get 35. When you add negative 35 with 35, you get a remainder of 0. These turn out to be the coefficients of your quotient. So this began as an x cubed. You're going to reduce the power by 1 because you would have had to divide x cubed by x when you did long division. And so that's going to reduce by 1 to get x squared. So we'll have 1x squared plus 3x plus 7 with no remainder, so we don't have to write anything else. So if you use long division, and you can try it if you like, if you use long division to divide this polynomial by x minus 5, this is the answer you'll get, x squared plus 3x plus 7. So what that means then is that since this is your quotient, if you multiply that by the divisor, if you use foiling or distributing to do that, you will end up back with the original polynomial you began with. If there was a remainder, you would add it to make sure that you got back the original. So I have another example here that we're going to do. It says to divide f of x, which is 3x squared plus 2x minus 1, by x minus 2. So if we start this off the same way, you're going to take the divisor x minus 2 and you're going to set equal to 0. That answer would be 2, so that's going to go right here on the outside of a box. Everything else is going to be the coefficients of your dividend, which in this case are 3, 2, and negative 1. Remember, the first number is going to come down first, so 2 times 3 is going to be 6. You'll put that underneath the 2. And then you're going to add those two together. 2 plus 6 is 8. Bring it down. You'll multiply that by 2 again. 2 times 8 is 16. And then you're going to add negative 1 plus 16 to get 15. This is your remainder. And then 3 and 8 are going to be the coefficients of your quotient. So we have 3x plus 8 for your quotient, plus the remainder, 15, divided by the divisor, x minus 2. And that's your answer. So what that means then is that if you were to take 3x plus 8 plus 15 divided by x minus 2 and multiply it by x minus 2, you would get back the original f of x, or you would multiply the divisor, which is x minus 2, by the quotient 3x plus 8, and you would add the remainder, 15, to get back the original problem, f of x. And that's it for this page. On page 38, we're going to do some examples of this.